Hey, so in this video I want to talk about why going from a place of high interest to low interest is so difficult for men to deal with and why this happens. So the first reason why a woman will lose interest in you where she was once really interested in you is because you failed a lot of her tests. What do I mean by that? If you keep failing a woman's tests, this means that she's going to get turned off by you because she's going to doubt your masculinity. She's going to doubt your strength. Women will test men on a regular basis because they want to know what the man's made of. So the woman starts doing things like pulling away from you, or she starts ignoring your good morning, good night messages. And if you get upset, and if you want to talk about the relationship, and if you make a big problem out of things, then she will start to get unsettled because she doubts your confidence. These can be very subtle tests, but they can make all the difference. They can kill attraction very, very quickly. And it's very frustrating if you were once in a situation where a woman almost worshipped you and almost idolized you, to go from a place of high attraction to low attraction. That's tough to deal with. That is hard. But that's one of the main reasons why it happens, is because you would be failing her tests. The other reason why a woman would go from a position of high interest to low interest and pull away from you is because you are relationship focused, right? This is something I talk about a lot in my videos. I talk about this in my book, Atomic Attraction, as well. If you're relationship focused, you have a lot of feminine energy. That means that you are going to turn her off because a woman also has feminine energy, and two people with the same energy, they repel each other, just like magnets. If you've got feminine energy and she's showing up with feminine energy, you're going to push each other away. You have got to have masculine energy to attract a woman, and masculine energy is all about independence and freedom, focusing on your purpose. And if you're focusing on the relationship, you're showing up with feminine energy. So that's another reason why women go from a position of high interest to low interest. The last thing I would say about this also, and there's 2 points here, is the first one is if you meet online, a woman is going to test you that much harder than if you meet face to face. Now, a lot of people meet online these days. Probably more people meet online than they do face to face. But if you meet online, she doesn't know anything about you. The woman doesn't really know you. So she has to test you. She has to find out what you're made of. And so she is naturally going to do these pull away tests. She's going to pull back from you. Now, depending how you handle this will determine whether her interest level goes up or her interest level goes down. I remember this girl I was seeing a long time ago, and she was telling me about why she broke up with her last boyfriend. Well, actually, he didn't even get to the boyfriend stage. The guy she was seeing before, why she didn't want to see him anymore. And she told me that they were walking down the street together and he said, "Let's make it official. Will you be my girlfriend?" And because he was pushing the relationship forward, she said in that moment she just got really turned off. And she didn't really think about why she got turned off, and she didn't think anything more of it. That was the end of the story. But that registered in my mind as, you got to be careful with this girl, because if you become relationship focused, like so many other women, and you try to push the relationship forward, her interest level can go from very high to very low very, very quickly. The last point I want to mention is that if she saw you as incredibly high value in the beginning, and she had very high attraction for you, and then all of a sudden she starts to see you as low value because of the way you behave, the way you act around her. Maybe she sees some weak behaviors that she doesn't like. Then as your value starts to diminish and her value goes up, you get a flip, a complete reversal, a 180 in the relationship dynamic. And now she's looking down on you, and that's where the attraction slides. So these are just some things to keep in mind. If you sense that your girlfriend or a girl you're dating is starting to lose interest and she's pulling back from you, this video should help you out. And if you want to know more about building real attraction and getting a girl back if she's pulled away from you, I highly recommend you get a copy of my Get Her Back action plan. It has a 96% recovery rate. You can pick up your copy today by clicking on the link below. And don't forget, I do phone and email consultations. You can book a consultation with me on my website, develofattraction.com.